Thursday, 13/30/62nd year, 2023, 6th month, June 1st day. Russell. Alright, so here we are. I just got finished with the DeBella interview. And driving through Eugene, Oregon right now. Basically, the guy said it's a 1099-C contracting job. And they'd go through their team over there to see whether they want me on their team. Other than that, there's 2 weeks training, $2,000 on the training. That would get me enough money to have the I got to get an iPad, $300, $600 for an iPad, Macintosh. And basically, they set the appointments up, and I drive out to the customer to present the product to them in hopes for the sale. And they might not like it. They might cancel. I might get to the door and the husband didn't tell the wife, or the wife didn't tell the husband, and the husband might say, "Fuck you." Get the fuck out of here. and I would have to, be the peaceful man that I am. I told him I ain't got no problem with that. And and there could be a lot of driving and no sales. So I'd be wasting money on gas if I needed to stay in a hotel or where the hell. And the interviewer told me that that's how he started. And that's all it is. It just comes down to a matter of having, that $2,000 would be the buffer to get on out there to pay for gas to get to these places. And he said that the farthest distant away is called Bend, Oregon, or Bend, or something like that. And 3-hour drive there and a 3-hour drive back. He said sometimes, there's a lot of times, might have 2 appointments out there. One at 10, one at 6. And it might be a 14, 16-hour day. So, now the thing I'm thinking is I got a cat. I'm thinking I would want to bring the cat along. Because it's an air-conditioned car. And that would keep her out of the sunshine. That would keep her out of the sun. Plus, really no one wants to hire me right now. And so, if no one's hiring me, then, I need something. Get on out there, and then it would just be a matter of trust. So I told the interviewer, I told him, I says, well, give me a couple weeks to think on it. And then, it looks like you're always hiring because you really, because it's a hard job. It's a hard job. So he's got 40 sales reps right now. But God, the interview the interview went totally different than what I expected. He didn't want to hear any of this. Tell me about yourself, or what do you got to offer the company? He was just like, I'm throwing you out to the wolves, brother. See what you got. He didn't say that, but that's basically what it comes down to. You know, I'm setting appointments for you. What more could you ask for? You go out there, you get what you can get. Talk, sell, you know, share the product with others and see if they like it or not. You know, and then hope that you get a sale. Hope that you get some money on, you know, something coming back. So, and for me, you know, other than having to, you know, deal with the cat situation, because I wouldn't want to leave her at home all day in the sun for her ears getting crispy. You know, she'd be riding in the car with me, and I'd have to get a leash because I'd have to let her out so she could pee and poop. I'd have to get a body harness. I'd have to put a cat box. I'd be putting a lot of miles on the car. My brother told me, he said his first year he put 50,000 miles on the car. So, you know, and this is something also that I could continue. I could continue get with the unemployment, because I would only get a certain amount of money, and then it would all be based on sales. And so I could continue, you know, the unemployment till time, you know. It seems to me, anyway. It would be a juggle. It would be a juggle. You know, I didn't get hired. It's just that I got some money coming in, because that's all I want to know on the report. You got money coming in? Did you refuse any offers to work and all that shit? So I'm looking how to play it out all together as far as that goes. But here I am. I'm having to hold this camera with the hand as I speak. But I mean, shit. Like I said, it all comes down to trust for me, and just trust that things will pop up, and just go slow and be careful, and you know, and keep my eye on the road, keep the head on a swivel, and go at the pace that's best for me. And it seems to me things would be wonderful, except for the fact, also at the same time, I'm dealing with a recession and a possible depression in the midst of all that. In the midst of all that. And think to myself, well, if I put all this money up front on gas, it'd be wasted money, and so the money's going down the drain. But that would be the, you know, the trust factor for me. That would be the chance that I would have to, you know, get into. What do you think? I would use this car to drive around because it's nice and comfortable. You know, and it gives the impression of, you know, some luxury stuff. And so, you know, I would dress nice, you know, be clean shaven and all that stuff, just to get on out there, you know, because, you know, most people that can afford developed products, you know, they're rich, and that's just the way, you know, they think. You know, they think well groomed in appearances, you know, and, you know, it is a natural thing, because, you know, if I was to be getting money, I would be naturally have enough money to really to care for the body, you know, keep the body healthy, and food and all that, you know, having fruit all the time, salads or whatever it is that I need more, because it's $800 a month just to have fucking healthy food for me. $800 a month. Anyway, as I left, you know, as I was in there talking to them, I'm sure they could hear me in the office, because I was quite vocal. You know, the wheels were turning for me. You know, I was getting down to the nitty-gritty. I wanted to know exactly what needed to be accomplished here, you know. And so as I was being vocal, I could hear, you know, the crowd or the rest of the employees out in the office. All of a sudden, you know, they started jostling and laughing and having a wonderful time and all that stuff. I even had one of them open the door on me. You know, that could be one of the routines that they use. You know, they opened up the door, and there was two of them. They just kind of peeked in and saw what the reaction that I was having. You know, and I immediately looked up at them, you know, because I was fully alert in there. I was fully perked and alert. You know, pretty much most of the real me came out. There was not a whole lot of masking going on at all in that interview. You know, and that's kind of a wonderful thing. So, you know, this could all come crumbling down too, you know, recession, depression, all that stuff, who knows. But I know that there's watchers that are watching me, you know, at high level, military, extraterrestrial, you know, and if they see me out there, you know, and then, you know, knowing what I know, I'm sure they would see to it, you know, that I get to grow and learn, you know, and in this abusive king society, I would be provided for until I, you know, getting more grown to, you know, to be self, you know. Anyway, you know, and the interviewer, you know, he was kind of a younger guy, you know, he had a short beard, and, you know, he was just kind of like, you know, kind of down to earthy, kind of like, you know, why are you wasting my time? You know, I don't want my time to be wasted. I got a lot of interviews. You know, he just kind of, you know, putting it on the line like that, you know. And when we went to shake hands, you know, he was the one that had the sweaty palms. He had sweaty palms. I went back into the office to get the cup of water because I left the cup in there. You know, thirsty. I need to get, you know. And when he asked me, there were two of us in the waiting room, and he bypassed the other one that was there, and he went with me first. And the other guy was already waiting there. So anyway, who knows? Who knows what the appointments were? And he had a director's meeting. He had a high-level director's meeting, and the interview was supposed to start at 12 o'clock, and here it is 1:30. I was sitting in there, standing there, going in and out of the front door for at least a half hour, 45 minutes or whatever. But, so here I am. Looks like they got a little bit of a scummy scangle going on there. Anyway, being the nice, relative driver, slow and safe that I am, or whatever, relaxed and whatnot, I'm able to time out signal lights, and I can anticipate, why should I be in a hurry when I know that signal 1,000 yards, 2,000 yards ahead is gonna be red by the time I get there. So, I got the second nature driving instinct within me. But anyway. But yeah, I'm just figuring out, I'm gonna have to be having the cat in the car. It's gonna be cat time. She's gonna be riding with me. Unless there's some short visits where I can be back. But even still at that, I don't want to leave her I don't want to leave her outside all the time. If I could have her in here, and that would be a way to protect her ear from the sun, because she likes to go out and just lay in the sun and not really realizing, that her ear is, or she realizes she don't care. So yeah, when I was walking out after the interview in the office, the whole crowd of people were outside and gathered around the front desk. And I just looked at them all and I says, enjoy. They were engaged in their conversation. And and I says enjoy, and all of a sudden they all stopped and looked up at me, and and I suppose that was the board. That was the rest of the team that was going to decide whether they want me on the team or not. But I think I might want to walk through a public store, some of these public stores here, and I'm thinking that the cat's at home. I think I might want to have a public appearance with the nice dress that I'm wearing. Just for the hell of it. Just to reassure some people that, because it's the community around here, and I'm part of the community. I seem to think that I have a lot of influence around here. I have a lot of influence, but I don't speak to no one. I don't hang around with no one. But, if I see you out in town, I'll speak with you. But, Anyway, so I'm feeling the need to feel it out. get the reactions with other people. You know, I have a money buffer to get going with this. So, with this DeBella outside sales representative. So I'm gonna go in here in the store and kind of, you know, just let the presence be known. So here I am. I always like to put the keys in the on the key ring lock. So yeah, I got this car right here. This is a cruiser, so this would be a traveling car. So traveling car. So anyway, so that's part one. Let me go in here to a part two and see what's going on.